What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex, and you're watching a Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. I checked out a Chinese film called Mr. Six. It actually came out in 2015, so 6 years ago. And the main reason why I wanted to check it out is because I love gangster films. I think it's a very interesting genre, and I just love watching films about organized crime. And I wanted to watch more films about China, or rather that take place in China, because 2 years ago I was in China, and I think it's a very, very fascinating country. So I wanted to check it out, and the story behind this is, in a nutshell, it's the old gangsters versus the young gangsters, or rather the OG gangsters versus the young thugs. That's what it is, okay? And I thought, that's really cool. I've seen a lot of OG gangster movies, like, Italian mafia movies, the Italian mob movies. I've seen young thug gangsters movies. I've seen, and now we're seeing them come together. And when I heard of a premise like that, and I saw a trailer for that, I was like, okay, that's really cool. We're seeing these young thugs, that have absolutely no respect and no, they just think they're all tough guy, it's like that style, right? Against these older guys that are more like, they got more, I guess, more rules and more, more organization, for lack of a better term. More of a hierarchy. Anyways, so I just loved that concept. Now, when I checked it out, the first half of this film was really quite good. The second half, not so much. And it turns out that this film is very different from what I expected. As it played out, turns out that this film is not much of a gangster movie. It's more of a drama with gangsters in it. And that's where I have a problem with this film, and maybe it's my fault because I created certain expectations for myself, but that's how the film was marketed. It was marketed with old gangsters versus young gangsters. Okay, they even talk about how they're gonna have like a big rumble with each other. Okay, and I'm thinking like that's gonna be so cool. Okay, I hope the old gangsters teach the young thugs a lesson. But it's actually a very different movie. So it turns out that the plot of this film, okay, without giving anything away, is that the son of an older gangster, he sleeps with the girl of a young thug, and he gets beaten up, and then in retaliation he scratches the young thug's Ferrari, okay, and then the father. It's an estranged father-son relationship, right? But he still has to be a father, decides to bail him out, decides to rescue him. And turns out that this film is more of a father-son relationship drama. Okay, it wasn't really a gangster movie. I mean, like I said, there are gangsters in it, but it's actually a father-son relationship movie. So, the scenes leading up to the actual rescue, fantastic. Really great movie, okay? Very interesting. Once we get to that part, the film kind of goes downhill. And the main reason is because, well, now we realize what this film really is. And then from that point on, it gets less and less interesting. It starts getting very melodramatic. It starts getting even borderline political. I don't even know how that got in there, or why they even decided to throw that in. It's just a little bit political, but it just feels like, this is not what I expected. This is not what I wanted out of this film, which was marketed as a gangster movie about young and old gangsters going at it, right? So, now, on the other hand, if you like a film about estranged father-son relationships, then maybe this is the film for you, but it's definitely not what I wanted to see. I think there's some really great acting in here. It was definitely a different direction. I don't know if I like the direction okay, I'll say that I don't like the direction that they decided to take it in, because it got very melodramatic. It got like, it went from a very progressive film leading up to and developing up to an exciting moment, and then it kind of just plateaus, and then it goes downhill. And that's really, really unfortunate. Because I've seen like all kinds of gangster films. I've seen Italian gangster films. I've seen Japanese like Yakuza gangster films. I've seen Hong Kong triad gangster films. I've seen a Boston organized crime films. But I've never seen gangster films from China. I don't know what that's like, okay? So, I can't say that this is a good example of that. So, you know what? I still enjoyed some parts of the film for the most part, and there's some good acting in this film, and a lot of the scenes are very, very fascinating because of the where it takes place. Like, that part's really fascinating. So I'm gonna give this film I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I'm not gonna recommend it. I will say that if you are interested in this genre and this type of content, do check it out. But if you're looking for an epic gangster like full on like brawl, you're not gonna get that. Okay, but I will still give it a like. It's still a well-made film. It's just not what I expected. So I'll just give it a 6 out of 10. All right, so that's Mr. Six. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. My name's Alex. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.